What's going on, guys? Hope you're having a great day out there. Guys, this is part 4 of the Kraton XL build. And you guys come along for part 4. I appreciate it if you're not bored yet. But guys, she's getting closer and closer. Got a few extra parts in here. I'll show you what we're going to work on today. All right, so here's where we left off on part 3. We threw some wheels on it. And I was debating on what I was going to do for wheels. And you know what, guys? I decided I'm going to try this out first with these tires. Obviously, I got the other M2C nuts that we're going to throw on here because these look kind of ridiculous on these tires. But I ordered a couple extra things because, you know, I decided, since honestly 95% of this car is brand new, I didn't want to start out with a used center differential and mount and all this. And honestly, I can't even find my motor piece. I think I may have used it on another car for something else. So I ordered a brand new EXB center diff, new cover, everything. That'll be here in a couple days. And I also decided I am going to do the Hobby Wing Max 6 combo with the 1650. Probably going to do something around like 20 to 22 tooth pinion on this. We're going to see how she goes. But I'm going to try it out with these tires. Now, when I first got the Italian Hoagie here, down there now. Those tires came on it, and I hated the car. But it had the stock power system, and it didn't have enough air control. So we're going to give these tires another try on this build with some proper electronics and see how I like it. But today, we're going to get this stuff in here. Got some M2C goodies. Got the front and rear beefcake drive shafts. Going to get those on there. We're also going to get the front and rear chassis braces in here. And I'm going to try to get the wing and the rear tower brace mounted up on here, because I do have the wing mount. I also have a couple 3D RC ones. I'm going to test out and see which one the placement, fitment, height, all that kind of is going to match best with the body on this thing. We are going to change the color on this one. It's going to be a different color. It's going to be bright, don't worry, but we are going to change the color on this body, and I'm going to see what wing mount goes best with it. But that's what we're going to work on today, guys. So if you're interested, stay tuned, everybody. Well, I'm going to start with disassembling what I've assembled. I'm just going to pull out the top pillow ball so that I can get the front drive shafts in here, and the back ones are easy. I still have these loose. Pop those off, pop the rear drive shafts in. That part should be relatively easy. All right, well, we got the new front beefcake drive shafts mounted up in the front of it. Everything fit up beautiful. Everything is so smooth, guys. It's just amazing when everything is new. Bearings and everything. It's just like everything is so smooth and tight. There's no play anywhere. It's just a great feeling on an RC. But we're going to get the backs mounted up here next. And then we'll move on to probably some chassis braces, because I definitely want to get the rear wing mounted up here and get all this tied together, because pretty much everything else in the back is going to be done after today. It's just going to be working on the center with electronics and getting the body painted. And I've been looking around for some bodies. Still haven't decided 100% on what body yet, but worst comes to worst, we're going to go with the Chevy C10 body, but we're going to paint it some different colors and try to make it a little nicer looking. You know, honestly really love the yellow, this fluorescent yellow that I did on the Italian and this one. I don't mind it, but we're not going to do all three of them the same color, so this one will be different. All right, we got the front all together, got some proper wheel nuts on this thing, and let's move on to the back. All right, guys, well, I'm going to go ahead and get the rear chassis brace mounted up here first, because I got to get that in there before I can put, if I can grab a hold of it, the rear shock tower brace. And many of you guys have asked, and I've seen some people even ask before how these exactly mount up. So we're going to go ahead and I'll show you how these things work on here and how they mount up. Basically, I mean, it's pretty simple. They take the place of these plastic spacers. There's the thick-sided one, and then there's a skinnier-sided one, and literally these take the place of these two plastic spacers you have in there, and they fit down through here and mount to the rear chest shock tower, and helps give that shock tower some support, you know, for the nasty landings. Saves everything. Saves shock tower, saves your differential cases, braces, everything. So we're going to go and get this mounted up, and I'll show you guys once I get kind of halfway through it. Such shiny, pretty parts. Machining is just beautiful on these things. Alrighty, well, we got the front chassis brace mounted up on here. You have to drill this hole out, and M2C provides a drill bit with it, with the kit. And you got to drill that out to get the bigger screw in there. But we got that mounted up on there. Got the screw in there. Got the retaining nut on this, which is awesome about the M2C brace. So you don't have the screws backing out, falling out, and then destroying your chassis or anything else. I got the rear one completely mounted up on here. And this is how it's supposed to look. I obviously haven't drilled my holes yet in the tower. And they also do provide the drill bit and the hardware to do this. But I'm going to go ahead and drill these 2 holes now. I'm going to do the center hole, and that will now tie all of this together. And as you guys can see, you know, your normal screw where you'd have your plastic ones are now filled in with this tower brace. Really nice design, and definitely helps save them. And since, you know, you are running braided diff cases, I want to help protect everything as much as possible to keep everything nice, not broken, and straight. So I'm going to go ahead and get these holes drilled now. All right, and when it's all finished, it should look something like that. As you guys can see, everything fit up nice and snug. Pulled everything together. Everything fit up great. This thing should not be going anywhere very easily at any rate. And with this suspension, guys, everything feels so nice on the suspension. I know I mentioned this in the last video, but playing with this earlier, and it's so plush and smooth. But we got the front, rear chassis brace mounted up on here. We got the rear shock tower brace mounted up. We have got the new Beefcake drive shafts in here. So I think the only thing that is left, the parts I have, are the side skirts and a few other miscellaneous bits and pieces. As you guys can see, I got a lot of screws left over, but that's because a lot of the stuff came with new things, all the hot racing pieces and stuff like that. So where we're at now is I got the electronics, the body, and the new wing coming for it. Those will be here probably in about a week, and that is probably it, I guess. So I don't think I want to mount up the side skirts yet, because obviously I want to get the electronics and stuff like that in here. But I'm going to see if there's anything else before we end this video, if I can get accomplished. All right, well, a couple of my other parts are going to be here tomorrow, so I'm going to call it a day for today, and continue on this video tomorrow whenever the other parts show up, and I'll show you what we got then, and that'll probably finish up this installment, but we got some other goodies coming. Well, it's the next day, and a few parts arrived, and like I was saying earlier, I ordered a new center motor mount for the new Kraton XL build. This one was pretty beat up already, and I'm missing the motor mount piece, the actual motor mount bracket. I cannot find it. I don't know if I used it, lost it, broke it. Anyway, so I got the whole new piece. It came with the whole new cap, everything. Now this piece I did upgrade. This is the stock plastic one. I did put in one of these. I think they're made by it's TPS or something. Company on eBay. I upgraded that to the aluminum one already. So we're going to get this thing fitted up on here. Now, the stock screws on here, everybody do yourself a favor. If you just bought a brand new 6S car, get rid of these screws. These things are absolute trash. The heads strip out, and then you have a hard time getting your motor out. Do yourself a favor. Go on eBay or wherever and buy yourself some of these bolts. I got these from monsterbolts.com. They're M4 0.7 by 18 millimeter. Put a small washer on them. You now have a 3 millimeter head and a far better bolt. And I've had great luck with these, and you know, they don't have a problem getting them back out of the motor mount. So go ahead, change these out. Do yourself a favor now, rather than fighting with this thing later. But we're gonna get this thing mounted up on here. The wing and some other things should be here. The body just arrived. Like I said, I ordered another C10 body, but I did make it a different color. I'll show you guys the color scheme when I get it painted. We'll get that far. And also the power system's on its way. It should be here in the next day or two. So this thing's getting pretty close. She's almost finished up. Side note, guys, look at these beautiful works of art. These are the new drive shafts for the Traxxas Sledge. As many of you guys know, I mean, these things have been getting bent and tacoed left and right. So M2C, these are the prototypes they just sent out to us, and I'm going to get these things fitted up on the sledge. I got to do a little work on the sledge. I blew a diff again. But anyway, just want to show you these. These things will be in the works and out there shortly, and not having to deal with those junky stock Traxxas drive shafts anymore. All right, well, she's all new, shiny, pretty red. Got it mounted up in here. I'm going to get the center diff, the drive shafts back in, get the center brace mounted up. But guys, she's coming along. I cannot wait to get the power system in here. Like I said, I got the Max 6 with the 1650 kV motor. Probably going to do like a 20 or 21 tooth pinion on here and check it out, see how I like it. These tires, because see how I like these guitars. Like I said, I ran them on the Italian when I first got it, and I hated them, but it was the stock electronics in there, and I didn't gear it up enough. So I'm going to give them a try on this car and see how I like them. Hopefully they work out nice, but see how this goes. We're going to get this thing finished up, and probably not going to make this video much longer because it's already probably running into long enough. All right, well, we got the whole new center diff mounted up in here with the new retainer cap, and all this is all back together. Got the front and rear drive shafts in here, Everything fit up great. I also decided to mount up the side skirts, as you can tell. Now, these are the Mojave side skirts, obviously, and if you're using the M2C Racing ESC plate, you do have to kind of notch out a little piece of the plastic here. This is where one of the handles would have normally mounted onto the sides here. Now, since obviously you're not using the handles, it doesn't really matter. You just got to kind of notch it out real lightly with a Dremel for that to slide in all the way and mount up. But guys, she's all fitted up, and the only thing that's left is the electronics, wing and body, and take her out there for its first bash. And the first bash, we're going to give it to this thing. We are definitely going to take this out and rip her pretty hard and see how it holds up. But that's going to do it for this video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed the little build series on this. You know, some people asked me about putting together, you know, from scratch build video on one of these and seeing how it's done and what I use and, you know, how it's put together. And this is my build. You know, everybody can kind of put theirs together differently. It's all in what you want. But this is kind of what I envisioned and what I wanted to put together. And she's coming along, beautiful, guys. But I hope you all are enjoying the little series. But that's going to do it for today. So until next time, y'all be safe. Be careful out there. Peace out, everybody.